Keeping score this week turns its sights to the frozen pond. We've only got about 4 or 5 weeks until playoffs really intensify in the NHL, but the business is booming. Franchise value is up about 15%. Average franchise value nearly $600 million according to Forbes. 14 at $500 million as far as values are concerned. It certainly helped that Vegas's value was $500 million coming in. Now Seattle's value is going to be over $600 million coming in. Expansion, $2 million in 1967 with the original 6. $50 million, the 8 in 1990-1992. $500 Vegas, over $600 Seattle. It's come a long way, clearly. The operating income of the NHL looks really good, too. 20% increase. Revenue up about 8%, about $148 million per team. Any metrics in any context tells you it's really good. But also, what are the indicators? Well, media. They've got a 10% stake in BAMTech, which is baseball's organization. The value would be about $3.75 billion if you measure ESPN's one-third stake and make it pro rata. NBC, big-time deal. Rogers, big-time deal in Canada, 12-year, $5.3 billion. And in fact, Sunbelt teams like the Tampa Bay Lightning, they're always one of the top 2 or 3 teams in the league. They were $260 million, now at $390. The 25th anniversary season getting bigger and bigger thanks to Jeff Vinik and all of those developing hockey in the South. Sunbelt West Coast All-Star Game in San Jose last year. Very successful. Bill Daly, the commissioner's heir apparent, he wouldn't allow me to say that or like it, but he is the COO and deputy commissioner of the National Hockey League. All things detail. Certainly, Bill Daly, I would argue, knows more about the details of the business than anybody alive. He's also been a friend and a great purveyor of the game for a long time. Bill Daly. Well, the NHL is certainly moving in the right direction, as we said, but they're not without challenges. First of all, the international growth, Eastern Europe, China, even the Middle East. But do they go to the Olympics in the next 2 years or 6 years? The Players Association has made that a big deal. Gary Bettman says there are other considerations. Got to bring that to a head. Gambling, another challenge. Nielsen says it's about $216 million of revenue a year, and fan engagement is up about 3.5% because of gambling. NHL needs to take advantage of it like every other major sport. How about new markets? Seattle taken care of. What happens to Houston? Does Phoenix go there, the Arizona Coyotes? You got to solve the issue. Market uncertainty is a big one. And then finally, while Toronto is worth $1.4 billion, number 2, 20-year, $640 million naming deal with Scotiabank, one of the highest in sports. And the Rangers, even though their performance is unequal, $30 million MSG deal a year. Chase has a big deal, the renovation there. And the Rangers certainly worth a lot of money, $1.5 billion or so. But look at the other end of the spectrum. Florida Panthers at $305 million, worth number 30 on the list. Columbus Blue Jackets about $315. Sabres about $350. So a gap between the haves and the have-nots always bothers league commissioners, no matter who they are. So the bottom line is we head into the NHL playoffs. The season is great. It is getting better. Bill Daly at the helm, Gary Bettman ahead of him. Certainly challenges there, but nothing the NHL can't handle. Rick Horrow, speak with you soon.